You don't have to talk so much. Your first thoughts might be, is this guy telling me to shut up? Is this guy telling me that I should just be silent all the time, that I shouldn't speak my mind? No, that's not what I'm saying. Just to give you the brief rundown, what I aim to do with this video is urge you to act more and talk less about your actions. It's really something that I've done a lot, and so I'm hoping that people can relate. Something that I've done time and time again. I'll get real excited in my head. I'll have this idea, this thing that I want to do, this thing I want to make. And before I even start doing it, or maybe I've like thought of a title if it's a video, or I've thought of something to represent it. As soon as I've got that far, I run around and I tell people I'm all excited. I tell my friends, I tell my family that hey, I'm doing this thing. Not even that I'm doing it, but hey, I think I'm gonna do this thing, and you should look out for it. Like, you should be excited. Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think that I can do this? All those kind of things. For some people, this might be fine, but for me, what always ended up happening, I would talk it up, and I thought that I was gonna be able to do it. And then I got people thinking about it, and I got people excited. And then I find that I can't do it. I found that maybe I'm not technically able to do what I was trying to do, or maybe I don't have as many good ideas as I thought I had, or maybe I just don't enjoy doing what I thought I would enjoy doing. And so I cannot complete what I wanted to do, or at least I won't end up completing it. And so it leads to this cycle of feeling really shameful of yourself and really disappointed because you got all these people so excited. Or even if you didn't get anybody else excited, even if you just maybe talked about it to like one person, like it doesn't have to be, oh, I told like 70 people, like just one person. I told one person about it. And now it fell through. Now I have to face this person, assume they're your friend. And now I have to face my friend and say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry, but I actually just can't do this, or I'm not going to be able to do this. That is a shameful time. Maybe your friend doesn't want you to feel shame, but you feel shame because you failed. You didn't accomplish what you told them you were going to accomplish. So whether or not that friend is bothered at all, whether or not that friend even remembered what you told them, whether or not that friend is impacted by this terrible news, you are impacted. And you feel terrible because you let yourself down. In your head, you let your friend down. Now you just have to go on like this. And it hurts. It really hurts. I'm speaking from personal experience, but if you are like me, you've done this. You've felt this. You've done this possibly multiple times. I've done this a lot. Over the years, I've had ideas for like content and for a new style and for a new whatever. Kind of the way I've had this idea, but in my head, this one's different. But in the past, I've done this, and I've done all the work. I've rebranded. I've done a new title, a new channel name, a new everything. And I make one video, and I'm like, this is so cool. It's exciting. Let me tell everybody. And then I tell everybody. And then if I've already made one video, maybe everybody sees that video, and they're like, hey, cool, make another one. And then all of that stuff that I spoke about starts to creep in. I start to think, oh my God, that video was so hard to make. I don't know if I can do another one, or I didn't enjoy making that thing, so I don't know if I have the motivation to make another one. But everybody wants another one, so if I don't do it, then I'm a failure. If I don't do it, I've let all of you people down. You're all gonna feel a little bit betrayed. You're all gonna be let down ultimately. Really, that's the pinnacle of my negativity, is letting people down. And so I've done this multiple times over the years, whether it's making videos or a new channel or streaming, or me and my friend had a podcast, or whatever creative output I've done. Almost every single time I've done this thing where I get so excited about the idea of it and I tell everybody, and then it just falls through, and I just feel terrible about myself. I feel awful about myself. And so I think that the solution to this is to talk less. And I think there's a very fine line to walk here between not discussing your ideas before they are actually existing versus not talking to anybody about anything ever again. I think that you can take what I'm saying here and be very extreme with it. But my intent is not that reality. My intent is to try to build things before you get everybody else in on the idea. You should probably give it a little trial run, see if you actually like it, see if it's something you can do. I think that it's fine to confide in people you trust about, hey, I've got this little idea. I think I want to do this. Like, I think it's okay. But if you did it how I did it, then I don't think it's okay, because I was just putting myself through this loop of feeling so excited and telling people because I think I just felt good to be excited. That's the part that I think I enjoyed. And I think it really damaged me for quite a long time. I just started to feel like anytime I even had an idea, immediately I started to think, oh my God, I'm just going to fail. I'm going to fail at this idea. And then everybody that I care about, or everybody who loves me or who knows what I'm doing, they're all going to just be disappointed again. I'm going to let them all down again. For what? Why? And so my ideas die in my head. I just got to tell you, it's a real miserable way to live, It's a real lonely way to live as well, because you hold yourself back from sharing at that point. And you might say, well, isn't this whole video about holding yourself back from sharing? And no, it's not. I think that I just want you to avoid situations where you set yourself up to disappoint not only yourself, but all these other people. And they might not actually be disappointed, but you think they are, because you were excited about this, and now there is no thing to be excited about. So I just want you to stop putting yourself in those situations, because it damages you. And over time, you lose a little bit of your spark. You lose some of your excitement, because all of your ideas have to go through this 12-step little process in your head. You just break them down and you just shoot more holes in them every step of the way. And at the end of the day, you have no ideas. You are not excited about anything, and you're not creating anything. And that truly is a miserable place to be. I think it's okay to talk to your friends about what you're doing, but try to avoid the mistakes that I made, and try to avoid building something up so much to potentially multiple people before you've actually found out if you like the thing, if you like doing it, if you're capable of doing it. It's a very thin line to walk, I think, because you could go one way where you end up succeeding, and then it's celebration. It's everybody's so happy and proud that you managed to do what you said you were going to do. That's great. But for me, I was not able to live that version. I always lived the other side, where I never fully achieved what I wanted to, and then I was disappointed in myself, and I was disappointed at letting everybody down. And I don't want you to do that. Well, there you go. That's my conclusion for today. I have been your host, Crunchy. Thank you for tuning in to another week of the Late Night Crunch. Subscribe if I brought you any value, and leave a comment with your thoughts on what I'm talking about, or maybe other things that you want me to talk about. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. That's all from me. See you later.